Good morning, everybody. Come on to the hands and knees. Bring the hands underneath the shoulders. Bring the knees underneath the hips. Tuck the toes under. Push the seat back onto the heels. Lift the knees up. Come into downward facing dog. And if you don't want assist today or you don't want any lotions or gels, just raise a leg and down dog split. We won't touch you. Thank you. Connect to your Ujjayi pranayama. So Ujjayi pranayama, there's a restriction at the back of the throat. This is an inhale and exhale through the nose. It's a samavritti pranayama, meaning that it's same and equal. So inhale through your nose, open up your mouth and go, make a hissing sound. Feel that restriction at the back of your throat. Inhale through your nose. Now keep your mouth closed and exhale. Make that sound through your nose, that hissing sound that's coming from the back of your throat. Then inhale through your nose. Make that hissing sound at the back of your throat. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, engage Mula Bandha. Lift up at the pelvic floor. Good. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale. Exhale, 6. Inhale. Exhale, 7. Inhale. Exhale, 8. Inhale. Exhale, 9. Inhale. Exhale, 10. On your inhale, come forward to a plank and stay in plank. Look at the wall in front of you. Push the floor away. Try to pull up at your belly button. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale. Exhale, 6. Inhale. Exhale, 7. Inhale. Exhale, 8. Inhale. Exhale, 9. Inhale. Exhale, go back, downward facing dog, lift the hips. Inhale, soften the knees. Slowly walk the feet toward the hands till the feet are flat on the floor. The hands are going to be 6 to 8 inches in front of your feet. The legs are going to be extended. Now, here's a little clue here. If you have bent knees or you can't get your hands on the floor, there's these amazing things called yoga blocks. Oh my God, they change your life. Let me tell you. So you put your hands on yoga blocks and then you can extend your arms and legs and find equal weight distribution through the arms and the legs. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale. Exhale, 6. Inhale. Exhale, 7. Inhale. Exhale, 8. Inhale. Exhale, 9. Inhale. Exhale, 10. Now just soften your knees. Heel toe your feet out as wide as your mat. Your toes are going to be on the floor. Your heels are going to be on the mat. Come to a squat. If you need to, you can sit on a block. Press your hands together. Help Dan with a block underneath his seat echo. And press out with your forearm, squeeze in with your knees. Dan, sit on that block. Sit all the way down. You may even need to step your feet out wider. There you go. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale. Exhale, 6. Inhale. Exhale, 7. Inhale. Exhale, 8. Inhale. Exhale, 9. Inhale. Exhale, 10. Gently place your hands on the floor and come sit down. Good morning, everybody. It's good to see everybody. Echo and I'll be teaching the class today. We're going to chant a little bit from page 25. And we're going to chant number 46. Now, the words are all there. I don't sing every word like it's printed. So you kind of have to listen and follow along a little bit. All right. So you're going to don't go, oh my God, the words, but the words are all there. Hey, I like the word hey because it's just like the word hey in English. It's like, hey, and Shiva is the highest form of consciousness. Shankara is Shiva as a teacher, the highest guru, right? Hey, Maheshwara. Maheshwara is the actually translates literally into the Lord of the universe. That's what it translates into literally. But Maheshwara is also seen as the Shiva in his fierce form, where he is the ending of a cycle. So he's like the one who is he's the destroyer of the worlds. And that's why he's able to become the Lord of the universe, because he's destroyed the material form, right? And then Sukha is sweetness or happiness. Kara is a type of attachment or giving. And then dukkha is sadness. I like to add another kara there, like giving. And then hara is this, he cuts through. He ends it. And Shankara, here again, you're going back to that teaching, cutting through the teaching. That's literally what this means. So it goes. Okay, so 3 ohms. So we'll do this slow and call and response. I'll do like a line, then you'll do a line. Hey Shiva Shankara, hey Maheshvara. Your turn. Hey Shiva Shankara, hey Maheshvara. Sukha Kara Dukkha Hara, Hara Hara Shankara. Sukha Kara Dukkha Hara, Hara Hara Shankara. Now add on to it. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Hey Shiva Shankara, hey Maheshvara. Sukha Kara Dukkha Hara, Hara Hara Shankara. Your turn. Hey Shiva Shankara, hey Maheshvara. Sukha Kara Dukkha Hara, Hara Hara Shankara. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Your turn. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. All together. Hey Shiva Shankara, hey Maheshvara. Sukha Kara Dukkha Hara, Hara Hara Shankara. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Again. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Good for you. That's one of my favorite mantras. So what does that mean? Shiva, destroyer of the ego, the witness of all that passes, all sorrow stems from identification with the transcendental. All happiness with identification with the eternal. And this month we're looking at the body and how the body relates to the yoga practice. One of the things that, if you come to my class a lot, my teacher many, many years ago installed in me, I don't ask people when they come into the class, do you have an injury? How many people have injuries? Raise your hand if you have an injury. I don't do that. I never do that. Why? Because my teacher told me, David Life once said to me, he said, assume that everybody that walks into the door has an injury. That's what he said. He said, assume that they all have an injury. And then like this was when I did my yoga teacher training, and somebody said, well, what do you mean? How do we look for that? He said, you can't look for it. He said, you can notice energy blocks in asanas where people are having difficulty. But when I say assume they all have an injury, he said that injury could be physical, that injury could be emotional, that injury could be psychological. And those last two you can't see. You can't observe them. And he said, but all three of those injuries, physical, emotional, and psychological, are happening while they're in the body, while they have a body. And when they leave the body, when I leave this vehicle, when I die, then I will be released from the suffering of the body. I will find liberation from the body. And so that sukhakara dukkahara, right? That happiness and sadness. This is a mantra that acknowledges that there's good times and there's bad times. And that what you do in the practice is you constantly keep focusing on Shankara, even when he's Maheshwara, even when he's bringing you suffering, even when he's bringing you sadness in the body, you focus on Shankara. You focus on Shiva as the universal teacher. And sometimes our best lessons in life are when we have challenges, when we have emotional challenges, when we have physical challenges, when we have spiritual challenges, when we have psychological challenges. We grow with our challenges. We actually then are able to make big leaps and bounds because we learn the process of bringing in new tools so we can overcome those challenges. A lot of times people don't understand that in a yoga class, yoga props are those tools, like they're metaphors for those things that can bring about teaching in the body, right? I have tight hamstrings. I use a belt in a forward fold. I can't do a headstand. Take the blocks and I line them up 8 in a row, and then I use the blocks so that there's no weight in my head, right? So yoga props become a great tool of how we can take something that is challenging us and that we can actually use it to figure out how to overcome the obstacle, right? So today, when we practice, we're probably going to be teaching both of us with a lot of props and telling you to use props a lot of times. Don't think that we're getting onto you. We're trying to help you overcome those challenges, right? Fold up your chant books. We will come by and pick them up. Come stand at the front of your mat in Tadasana, mountain seat. Big toes and heels touch. Tailbone moves toward the pubic bone. Bring your blocks and put them at the front of your mat, especially if you have a hard time getting your hands on the floor, right? And you're going to line those blocks up with the edges of your yoga mat. So why edges of the yoga mat? Because that's about the distance of my shoulders and my hands when I fold forward. Yep. And then bring the hands together in prayer and set a higher intention for the practice today. And here again, we chanted, it's Shankara. It's to realize these universal teachings that are in the yoga practice. And exhale, hands by the side, Tadasana, mountain seat. Jiva Mukti Surya Namaskar with straight legs. Inhale, hook the thumbs in front of you, reach up and arch back. Exhale, bend the knees, take the arms behind back, clasp hands together in a fist, straighten. Inhale, bend the knees, place hands down next to feet, step right foot back. Exhale, left foot back, downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward to a plank, look forward. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward to a plank. Exhale, knees, chest, and chin. Inhale, slide forward, Bhujangasana. Exhale, tuck toes under, seat to heels, lift knees up, downward dog. On the inhale, step right foot forward. Exhale, left foot next to right and fold. Inhale, bend knees, hook thumbs, stand up, straighten legs, arch back. Exhale, bend knees, take arms behind back, clasp hands together in a fist, straighten. Inhale, bend knees, hands down next to feet, step left foot back, look forward. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, slide forward, cobra. Exhale, tuck toes under, seat to heels, downward dog. On the inhale, step left foot forward between hands. Exhale, right foot meets left and fold. Inhale, bend knees, hook thumbs, stand up, straighten legs, arch back. Exhale, hands by the side, Tadasana, mountain seat. We'll do that again. Inhale, hook thumbs, reach up and arch back. Exhale, bend knees, take arms behind back, clasp hands together in a fist, straighten. Inhale, bend knees, hands down next to feet, right foot back. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, slide forward, cobra. Exhale, tuck toes under, seat to heels, downward dog. Inhale, right foot forward. Exhale, left foot meets right, fold over legs. Inhale, bend knees, hook thumbs, stand up, straighten legs, arch back. Exhale, bend knees, take arms behind back, clasp hands together in a fist, straighten. Inhale, bend knees, hands down next to feet, left foot back. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, knees, chest, and chin. Inhale, slide forward, cobra. Exhale, tuck toes under, seat to heels, downward facing dog. Inhale, step left foot forward. Exhale, right foot meets left and fold. Inhale, bend knees, hook thumbs, stand up, straighten legs, arch back. Exhale, hands by the side, Tadasana. Inhale, bend the knees, Utkatasana, awkward chair. Exhale, place the hands on the earth, extend the legs, Uttanasana. Inhale, lift the head and chest, use your blocks. Exhale, jump back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. On the inhale, right foot forward, left heel down, rise up, Virabhadrasana 1. Exhale, hands down to the earth, step back, bend the elbows, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left foot forward, right heel down, rise up, warrior 1. Exhale, hands down to earth, step back, bend the elbows, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog, stay. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, push the chest back a little. Inhale. Exhale, quadriceps lift. Inhale. Exhale, pull the lower ribs in. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, look past the hands. Inhale, jump the feet in between the hands. Exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale, bend the knees, Utkatasana, awkward chair. Exhale, stand up, Tadasana, mountain seat. Let's do that again. Inhale, bend the knees, Utkatasana. Exhale, place the hands on the floor, extend the legs, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, Adva Uttanasana. Exhale, jump back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right foot forward, left heel down, rise up, warrior one. Exhale, hands down to the floor, step back, bend the elbows, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left foot forward, right heel down, rise up, warrior one. One breath. Exhale, hands down to the earth, step back, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, step right foot forward, left heel down, go up, warrior one. Exhale, hands down to the earth, step back, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, step left foot forward, right heel down, warrior one. Exhale, hands down to the floor, step back, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog, and stay. Inhale. Exhale, one. Inhale. Exhale, two. Inhale, feet a little closer together. Exhale, three, so you can bring them in a little. Exhale, four, till they touch my fist. There. Inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, look past the hands. Inhale, step or jump the feet in between the hands or blocks. Exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale, bend the knees, Utkatasana, awkward chair seat. Exhale, come stand up to Dasana, mountain seat. Step away from the blocks if you're in between the blocks. Step the feet apart about 2 fists. So the inner measurement of your hips. The external measurement of your hips, your feet are as wide as your mat. Internal measurement, I'm only about 2 fists apart. Okay, so the hips, the knees, the ankles are in line with each other. Make sure your feet are parallel. So if they're turning out a little bit, take note of that. Make them parallel. Bring your hands to your waist, elbows pointing toward the wall behind you. Inhale, lift up and arch back, moving the pelvis forward a little bit. Then exhale, fold forward, soften your knees, slide your index finger and your middle finger through your big toe and your second toe. And then when I say you can bend your knees, if you can't reach your toes, that gives you a chance to get your toe. Then inhale, look up at the windows and extend your legs. Then exhale, fold forward, pull your belly in and your diaphragm up and bend your elbows out to the side and breathe into the back of the body. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Good. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Now, some people may be experiencing a little dukkha here. Exhale, 3, a little intensity and a little like discomfort. Exhale, 4, it will not last forever. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Good. Now soften your knees, release your toes. Lift the front of your feet up. Slide your hands underneath your feet. Hastapadasana, standing on your hands. Then now lift your head and chest. Look up the windows. Shift weight forward into the front of your foot. So if you're hanging out in your heels, move weight forward. Now exhale, fold forward and bend your elbow straight back and pull your navel toward the spine. Breathe into your back. Here again, it will not last forever. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale, soften your knees. Remove your hands out from underneath your feet. Exhale, bring your hands to your waist, elbows pointing up toward the ceiling. With straight legs. Inhale, lift up and arch back. Move the pelvis forward a little bit. Then exhale, come back to center and bend your knees a little bit. Jump your feet wide apart facing this side of the room. Or step your feet apart. That's also a good way to do it. Now, if you need blocks, bring your blocks over to this side of your mat, okay? Because we'll stay here for a while, all right? Now, a lot of times I would like to do this, especially when I feel like it could be really helpful to kind of figure out alignment for people. So when you jump your feet wide apart, how wide? Well, what I say is if you extend your arms, my ankles should be underneath my wrist. So if your feet are kind of here and your wrist crease is way out there, step your feet wider. Yeah, give it a little more width to it. Now, turn your right toes to the right. Look at your left foot. Turn your left foot to your so that your big toe is pointing up to the left front corner of your mat. So you have an inward rotation of your left thigh and an external rotation of your back thigh. So check that foot out and a little point your toe toward me. Dan, point your toe toward her in the back foot. All right. Now lift your arms up to shoulder height. Reach forward toward the windows. Pull your left hip back toward the mirrors. Place your right hand on your right shin or a block behind your foot. Know the difference between shin and ankle. What is a shin and what is an ankle? So that's one thing. When you go to your doctor with an injury and you go, doctor, it hurts. And he goes, where does it hurt? And you go, here. You have to know the difference in those body parts, okay? So if you grab your ankle, learn the difference between shin and ankle. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Look up at your left thumb. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Now press into your feet. Come all the way up to a standing position. Now exhale, bend your right knee, warrior 2. Now when you bend your right knee, check your right big toe out. You should be able to see your right big toe inside your knee. It's not about moving your foot, it's about moving your pelvis. So if you're sticking your butt out, Dan, like you're surfing, you're going to pull your pelvis forward so you're in a neutral pelvic tilt, which will allow you to move the hip flexor and raise your arms up as high as each other. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Good. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. On your inhale, extend your right leg. Now exhale, lower your arms and rotate on your heels. Turn your left toes toward the mirrors. Your right big toe is now pointing up to this corner of your mat. So there's an inward rotation of your right thigh now, not external and not parallel or neutral. Then lift your arms up to shoulder height. Reach forward toward the mirrors with a straight leg. Reach forward, place your hand on your shin, not your ankle, your shin. Lift your right arm up, look at your right thumb. Gaze at your right thumb. Good, everybody. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Try to pull the lower ribs in so you're not going into an anterior pelvic tilt. Exhale, 2. Inhale. So it's not a forward fold. People make that mistake. It's a side stretch. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Good on your inhale. Lift all the way up. Now exhale, bend the left knee, warrior 2. Here again, check your left big toe out. Can I see my left big toe inside my left knee? If I can't, I'm probably in an anterior pelvic tilt and I'm leaning toward the front of the room and dropping in the knee and the hip. Inhale. Exhale, 1. So I'm going to pull the pelvis down a little bit and move the hip flexor of the left hip. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. On your inhale, extend your left leg. Exhale, lower your arms. Turn your feet parallel. So both your feet are facing this wall. And notice if you have a tendency to turn the feet out like you're in a ballet class, you're going to be parallel. So the feet are going to come parallel to each other. That's something that people do sometimes. Bring your hands to your waist, elbows pointed to the wall behind you. On your inhale, lift up and arch back. This rain is so nice. Exhale, fold forward and place your hands on the floor underneath the shoulders. Now you can use blocks for this. Inhale, lift your head and chest, shift a little weight forward into your hands. So you're not hanging out in your heels and you're not pushing your booty back toward the wall behind you. Then exhale, fold forward and bend your elbows. Walk your hands back. Walk your blocks back so your fingers are in line with your toes. Your legs are straight. You don't want bent knees for this. And then you're going to shift a little weight forward and drop your head. Now, if your head is on the floor and you wish to come into tripod headstand, be my guest, or you can just keep the head and the hands on the floor. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, press your palms down. Don't use your thumbs, please. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Good on your inhale. Lift your head and chest. Exhale, bring your hands to your waist, elbows pointing up toward the ceiling. Press into your feet on your inhale. Lift up and arch back. Move your pelvis forwards. Exhale, come back to center. And this time, clasp your hands together in a fist behind your back like you did in the Surya Namaskar. On your inhale, lift up and arch back. Now exhale, fold forward. Bring your head in between your ankles. Lift your arms away from your body. Here again, you got an equal weight distribution through the feet. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. We got a drip over there. Let's grab a towel. Inhale. Exhale, 5. On your inhale, lift up and arch back. Good. Then exhale, come back to center. Release your hands. On your inhale, bring your hands to your waist. Elbows pointing to the wall behind you. Lift up and arch back. Now exhale, fold forward. This time, grab your big toes in yogi toe lock. And what does that mean? I'm going to put my index finger and my middle finger through my big toe and my second toe. So I'm going to hold on to that big toe like I love it. On your inhale, lift your head and chest. Now exhale, fold forward and bend your elbows out to the side. Here again, pull your body through your legs, coming into this deep forward fold. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Notice my sequencing. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Now inhale, lift your head and chest up. Keep a hold of your big toes. Now exhale, bend your left knee. Extend through the inside of your right leg, opening up the adductor of the right leg. Then inhale, extend your left leg. Exhale, bend your right knee. Inhale, extend your right leg. Exhale, bend your left knee. Inhale, extend your left leg. Exhale, bend your right knee. Inhale, extend your right leg. Exhale, bend your left knee and stay this time. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale, a little skanda asana. Exhale, 2, but holding onto the toes. Inhale. Exhale, 3. He's the son of Shiva. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. On your inhale, extend your left leg. Exhale, bend your right knee. Stay. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Good. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale, extend the left leg. All right, leg, I'm sorry. Exhale, release your toes. Now, put your fingertips at the cut edge of your mat. If you need to, put blocks underneath your hands so that you can press your palms down, okay? And so the blocks are going to be at the cut edge of the mat. That's for stability purpose, and then that way your fingertips are at the cut edge of the block. Now, bend your knees, look at your feet. Jump your feet together, placing your heels at the back cut edge of your mat. Your feet come together. Yes. So now you're kind of in a modified Uttanasana. So you want your heels, you want your full foot on the floor. So if your heels are on the bamboo floor, move your feet forward and make it so that your hands are at the cut edge of your mat. So that you don't want to be like, this is not, just so you know, this is not a forward fold Uttanasana. This is a U shape. Why? Because we're going to do side leg lifts A and B and C. Okay? So if you have bent knees, you're going to raise your blocks up a little higher so that you can straighten your legs. Now, we've been doing everything to the windows and the mirrors. Think about the windows and the mirrors. Press into your hands and your left foot. On your inhale, lift your right leg to the right side. Notice if you went behind you, it's going straight out to the side. And balance on your left foot. Inhale, that is behind. Side is over here. Exhale 2. Now straighten this leg. Raise your blocks up. Exhale 3. Sukha Dukkha. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Good. Gently put your right foot on the floor. So now we know you need higher blocks, right? Press into your hands. Press into your right foot. On your inhale, lift your left foot straight out to the left, not behind you, not 3/4 to the side. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Get her to dorsal flex that foot. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale, lower your left foot. All right. Woo! There's side lift, leg lift A. Now reach over with your first 2 fingers of your right hand. Grab your right big toe in yogi toe lock and hold on to your toe like you love it. On your inhale, lift your right leg and your right arm out to the right side, balancing on your left hand and your left foot. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Om Namah Shivaya. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale, lower your right foot. Release your right big toe. Good. Press your right hand down. Reach over with the first 2 fingers of your left hand. Hold on to your left foot. Belts here are not really going to give you what you need. I'm going to warn you. You really should just try to go for that toe. On your inhale, press into your right hand, lift your left leg and your left arm out to the side. Exhale 1. That's behind you. Exhale 2. Watch out. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale, gently lower your left foot. Release your left big toe. Side leg lifts B that was. Now let's try side leg lifts C. Press into your left hand and your right foot. On your inhale, lift your right arm and your left leg to opposite sides. Exhale, lower your right hand and your left foot. On your inhale, lift your left hand and your right foot. Exhale, lower. Inhale, switch. Exhale, lower. Inhale, switch. Exhale, lower. Inhale, switch, and stay. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale, lower. Inhale, switch. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale, lower. Good. Inhale, soften the knees. Slowly roll up 1 vertebrae at a time. And come back to the front of your mat. into Dasana, mountain seat. Now, if that's not Sukha Dukkha, I don't know what is. All of a sudden, everybody understands those terms, Sukha Dukkha, pleasure and pain at the same time. All right, standing at the front of your mat, Tadasana, big toes and heels touch. On the inhale, bend the knees, Utkatasana. Exhale, put the hands on the earth, extend the legs, Uttanasana. Inhale, lift the head and chest, prepare. Exhale, step, jump, walk back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. On the inhale, step the right foot forward in between your hands. Exhale, push through your left heel. On your inhale, lift your left foot off the floor, extending your right leg, standing split. Exhale, fold forward over your standing right leg. You can use blocks, but try to press your palms down. Please do not use fingertips. Make a connection to the floor. You are not stable on fingertips or thumbs. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Kundalini's descent. So listen, inhale, lift your head and chest as you bend your left knee, open and stack your hips, kind of like trying to take your left knee toward the ceiling. Then exhale, bring your left knee behind your right calf like you're doing a curtsy. Inhale, straighten your legs, unfurl, coming back into a standing split. Exhale, bend your left knee, bring your left knee behind your right calf like a curtsy. Inhale, straighten your legs, unfurl. Exhale, bring your left knee behind your right foot and sit all the way down like a curtsy. Good for you. On your inhale, lift the left arm up alongside the left ear. And then exhale, twist over to the right. You may want to have him extend the leg, the leg. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Good. Inhale. Exhale, 5. On your inhale, come back to center. And then exhale, counter twist. Inhale, come back to center. And exhale, set up for ankle to knee. So if ankle to knee is new for you, you can just cross the right ankle over the left. I would tend to put blankets there, Echo. And I'm going to move your glasses. Inhale, lift the head and chest. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Let's bring this foot off of there. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Was there a hip replacement? Inhale. Okay. Never had open hips until today. Then all of a sudden, it's like a miracle on 42nd Street. Exhale, 5. Good. On your inhale, lift your head and chest. And then exhale, just swing your right leg around, step back, downward facing dog. So easy. So easy. I'm going to come over there and help on this one, Echo. On the inhale, step the left foot forward in between the hands. Exhale, push through your right heel, strong right leg. On the inhale, lift the right foot off the floor, extending the left leg, standing split. And then exhale, fold forward over the standing left leg. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Let's bring this in a little. Exhale, 2 there. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Now inhale, lift the head and chest, bending the right knee, stacking the hips, opening the hip. Exhale, bring the right knee behind the left calf like a curtsy. Inhale, straighten both legs, unfurl, standing split. Then exhale, bring the right knee behind the left calf like a curtsy. Inhale, straighten legs, unfurl. Exhale, bring the right knee to the outside of the left foot and sit down. Good. Now this time what we're going to do this different. So you're going to extend this right leg, straighten this right leg straight out, both legs. Now bend this knee, put that foot there. Now, perfect. Lift your right arm up, right arm, and then twist left. Bring your right elbow on the outside of your left knee. Now we're getting into a little spinal twist here. Good for you. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Good on your inhale. Come back to center line. Exhale, counter twist over to the right. Inhale, come center and set up for ankle to knee. So if the leg is extended, I'm just going to bend both my knees and just cross my left ankle over the right. Okay? So you can extend your legs and then bend both your knees and cross left ankle over right. The knees can kind of come out. So it's like a Sukhasana or an easy seat, right? For everybody else, stack your shins on top of each other and lift the head and chest and exhale, fold forward. You're still going to get a hip opener here. This is going to be a big hip opener for you. It's like you don't have to do anything fancy. It's okay. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. On your inhale, lift your head and chest. This is so easy. Just swing your left leg around, stepping back into a downward facing dog. Good. One more core strengthener. On the inhale, come forward to a plank. Bring the big toes and heels to touch. Now, you don't have to move your hands. Keep your hands where they are. You can even be on blocks for this. Exhale onto the right hand, the outside of the right foot. Lift the left arm up. Look at your left thumb and lift your hips up, taking the weight out of your hands and feet. You want to really stack your feet like they're stacking cards. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Good. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale, gently come out to a plank again. And then exhale onto the left hand, the outside of the left foot. You're going to stack your feet, lift the hips up a little bit. Inhale. Exhale, 1. It'll take the weight out of things. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. On your inhale, come forward to a plank. Exhale, the knees, the chest, the chin to the floor. Ashtanga Namaskar. Inhale, slide forward, Bhujangasana. Exhale, tuck the toes under, push your seat back to the heels, and lift your knees up, downward dog. Now, everybody, here's what I want you to do, okay? I want you to come forward to a plank and then drop down to your knees, okay? Does everybody have a blanket? Yes? Does everybody have 2 blocks? Yes? Okay. So here's what I want you to do. We're going to do this. Everybody come off of your yoga mat onto bamboo floor. Okay? All right? You want to be on some bamboo floor. And you're going to take your 2 blocks. I'm going to take my 2 blocks up to this high second setting. Okay? Second setting. Then I'm going to come onto my hands and knees with my toes on the blankie, okay? And then I'm going to put my hands on the blocks, okay? Now, I want my blocks to be as wide as my hips, as wide as my hips. So do you need a blankie? Let's get a blankie. Okay. Now, with your toes tucked under on your blankie, lift your knees up coming into a down dog. Your feet may slide a little bit. It's okay if they slide a little bit. Hold on to your blocks. Now, like I said, your hand should be as wide as your hips. Bend your knees and look at the windows. Lift your tailbone up a little bit like a dog wagging its tail. Now, shoot your legs through your hands and come sit down. But go take the blanket with you. Take that blanket with you. Yeah. Okay. All right. So here you figured out what muscles you have to use. Now let's reverse that action. Your feet should be on a blankie. Emmy, your feet should be on a blankie. Okay, you took the blankie with you. You're taking the blankie with you. Bend your knees, slide your heels back, push into your hands, lift your butt, shoot your legs behind you, come into a chaturanga. Go back. There you go. I know it's really hard. Now, in a chaturanga, lift your hips up, shoot your legs through your hands, and come back and sit down. Now, go back, lift your hips up, and go back. All right. Now, come forward, drop your knees to the floor, and come back to your mat. Okay, now come back onto your mat. So did everybody feel how much core you have to use to jump through and back? Okay? It's hard. It's not easy. In fact, you have to engage every muscle of your body. Now we're going to jump through into a seated position from down dog on our mats. But you already know what you have to engage because you kind of did that sliding back and forth thing. So bring your blocks, put your blocks on this second setting. And like I said, now your mat kind of tells you, I need my hands to be wide enough so my hips can get through. That may be different for everybody, but I have big hips. So I know that my hands have to be out here. My hands are a little wider than here. Because sometimes I see people coming to down dog and their hands are like here. When down dog, you should be able to go through your hands in a vinyasa. Okay? Now, grab the blocks, come onto the hands and knees, come back into a down dog. And I'm going to teach this. I'm going to break this down, so don't jump all the way through. First, bend your knees a little bit and look at Krishna. Look all the way past the edge of your yoga mat where you want to go. Now, lift your butt up a little bit like a puppy dog wagging its tail. So with bent knees, you got to kind of lift up and hike up your hips. Now, put a little spring in your hamstrings. Shoot your legs through and sit down. There you go. Good for you. Echo, where are you? Echo's going to teach us something wonderful.
When bring up two legs together, heels touch, and flex your toes. Inhale.
Make sure your mic's on, because sometimes it goes off.
It's okay. Yeah. Bring your hands near your side. As you inhale, lengthen spine. Exhale. Actually, just Paschimottanasana. Take it easy. For 10 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. 5 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. And exhale 5. As you inhale, lift the head and chest. Exhale, bring your knees close to your chest. So plant your foot in front of you. Exhale, open your knee to the side. Baddha Konasana. Bring your heels touch, heels connected as much as higher. Inhale, lengthen spine. Exhale, elbow close to your side and lean forward. Lengthen spine. Exhale, fall down. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. It's here. Elbow to here. Yeah. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. And exhale 5. As you inhale, lift the head and chest. Exhale, hands release from your ankle and close your knees together. Fold them together like a book. Bring your both hands, grab your big toe like what we did in front of the class. Yeah. From here, plant your feet wider a little bit and bring your hands behind your back. Fingers point forward. As you inhale, lift at pubic bone and lift the head and chest. Feel the openings of your chest, shoulders. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. And exhale, coming lower your hips down. From here, put your 2 feet together and bring your hands from the outside of your, so your knees is still bent. Yeah, don't extend your knees. Bring your both hands from the outside, grab your 2 big toe. Yeah, it's like hold your toes. Yeah, perfect. As you next inhale, engage your core like what we do, and move your heels off your mat. Heels, just heels. Yeah, find a stable, lengthen spine. As you next inhale, try to extend your leg as much you can. You can lift up, coming into bridge or coming into Navasana, half Navasana, and a full Navasana, but don't bring your feet out. Yeah, your 2 heels is still together. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale 2, inhale, exhale 3, inhale, exhale 4, inhale, yeah, exhale 5. From here, gently open your feet wider like a Marudandasana, wider straddle. Yeah, stay here. Keep your spine lengthened, keep your shoulder expanded. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale 3, inhale, exhale 4, inhale, and exhale 5. Move your, no, don't bring it together. So you're still wide open and a little bit lean forward, landing your foot at where you opened your leg there. So you're landing down just into wide straddle. Yeah, perfect. It's hard here. Wide straddle. As you exhale, as you inhale at here, lengthen spine. Exhale, move your body a little forward, fold more. Keep your fingers on your toes. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. And exhale 5. As you inhale, lift the head and chest. Exhale, bring your 2 feet together without lose the connection of your fingers and the toes. So your toes is always holding your big toe. Fingers is always holding your big toe, and then move them together into Paschimottanasana B. As you inhale, lengthen spine. Exhale, fold a little bit more. Stay here. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. As you inhale, lift the head and chest.
And exhale, hands by the hips. Dandasana, staff seat. So you remember when we said you have to go backwards now that you go forward. Bend both your knees, cross one ankle over the other, put your hands on blocks next to your hips. Now you got to go back like you did on the blanket on the floor. Lift your knees, lift your feet. Press into your hands, lift your seat. Give a little rock, give a little roll, jump back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Good for you, John. Exhale, downward facing dog. On the inhale, come forward to a plank. And exhale, the knees, the chest, the chin to the earth. Inhale, slide forward, Bhujangasana. Stay in cobra. Inhale, lift your hands off the floor. Press your toes down. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Hands off the floor, Dan. Exhale, 3. Just use your back muscles, Dan, not your arms. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, gently come down. Release. Shalabhasana. Bend the knees. Reach back with your arms. Squeeze your legs together. On your inhale, lift your head, chest, legs, and arms. Locust. Exhale, 1. Good. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale, come down, relax. Bend the knees, reach back, grab the ankles. On the inhale, lift up. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale, come down, release, rock out the hips. Bend the knees, reach back, grab the ankles again. On the inhale, lift up. Exhale 1. Wait. Soften. Exhale 2. Notice that feels better. Inhale. Good. Exhale 3. Now there's this outward rotation. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale, come down. Relax. Hands by the chest. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale through bent elbows all the way onto the abdomen. Roll over onto the back. And bend the knees. Tickle the heels with the fingertips. Feet hips width distance apart. On the inhale, lift the hips, the lower, the middle back. Clasp the hands together and fist. Half bridge. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Good, everybody. Inhale. Exhale 5. Release the hands. Come down the middle back, the lower back, and the hips. Now you can stay in a half bridge. If you would like to experience Urdhva Dhanurasana, upward bow seat, place your hands next to the head, the elbows toward the ceiling, fingers toward the shoulders. Press into the hands and the feet on the inhale. Lift your body off the floor, extending your arms. Upward bow. Inhale. Good. Exhale 1. Our half bridge. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Bring the chin into the chest and come down the upper, the middle, the lower back. It's like amazing, right? Dan, I don't think this is Dan's first class, but I think it's his first class like this, right? Okay, grab my ankles, Dan. So you're going to line your elbows up with my knees. You're going to push through me. I'm strong. On your inhale, lift up. Everybody put your hands by your head and lift up. Exhale 1. So bring your elbows closer together. And then push through me. Exhale 2. Try to straighten your arms. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Lift. Inhale. Exhale 5. Bring the chin in the chest and come down. Good for you. All right. So don't be afraid to go for that extension. Sometimes when people have back problems, it's because they do too many forward folds. Forward folds. Your whole life is spent in a forward fold. If you sit in a chair, you're in a forward fold. Place your hands next to your head. On your inhale, lift up. So back bends are actually good for your spine. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 4.5. Inhale. Exhale, bring the chin in the chest and come down the upper, the middle, the lower back. And then bring the knees into the chest. Give the knees a little hug. Yeah. And then here, whatever variation of a reclining twist you want to experience, you could double wrap the legs, you can keep the knees bent, you can extend one leg, take the knees over to the left, extend the right arm out, look over the right shoulder. And breathe. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. How are you feeling? Good. On your inhale, come back to center. Double wrap, go the other way. And breathe. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Inhale, come back to center. And bring the knees into the chest. Give the knees a little hug. Then place the feet on the floor. Open up the knees to the side like you did in Baddha Konasana. You have a choice. You can stay here in Supta Baddha Konasana. You can go to the wall, bring legs up the wall in Viparina Karani if you would like a mild inversion, or come into shoulder stand Salamba Sarvangasana. If you're coming into shoulder stand, I like a little blanket action underneath the shoulders and have the mat folded over the blanket. But some people don't use a blanket. Why don't we have Dan experience legs up the wall? So Dan, Echo's going to show you legs up the wall. When you think about yoga, I know very few people who have started a yoga practice when they're in a state of sukha, when they're like totally happy. Hey, Echo, instead of telling him what to do, show him what to do. I mean, you do it, and so that you're not talking over me, and then he can imitate you. So most people come to yoga when they're suffering, whether it's a physical injury or emotional or psychological or spiritual. They're injured. Now, the key to yoga is that moment when it starts making you feel good and you get that little bit of sukha in your life. A lot of people will stop coming to yoga. Then they say, oh, it worked. I don't have to go to yoga anymore. That's not so much the way it works. Put your hands here, all the way on your bra strap. So that helps you hold up a little higher. You then have to continue your practice when you get that sukha feeling. You can't give up. You can't go, oh, yeah, well, it worked and now I don't have to come. And so then what happens is people come in and out of yoga and they're up and down always like a roller coaster ride. And after a few years of being on the roller coaster ride, they just decide, well, I'm not going to do this anymore because it doesn't work. It does work, but there has to be consistency. There has to be a dedication to the sadhana. There has to be a daily practice. Then it works. And this is what every shastra, every text of yoga says. The Shaiva Sutras, that is the key book to Kashmir Shaivism. You have to have a daily practice. Hatha Yoga Pradipika, you got to have a daily practice. Patanjali of the Yoga Sutras, have to have a daily practice. Sri Krishna of the Bhagavad Gita, you have to have a daily practice, Arjuna. If you don't practice, then everything is going to be a roller coaster ride of emotions. And you're going to spend more time in dukkha than you are ever going to experience sukha. Flex the feet, let the toes come overhead. If you're in shoulder stand, clasp the hands together in a fist. Extend the arms away from you. If your toes don't touch the floor, bend your knees and bring your knees onto your forehead. If your toes are on the floor, then clasp the hands together in a fist and extend the arms. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Now bend the knees, bring the knees alongside your ears. Reach back, hold on to your knee joint. Karnapidasana. So now we're going to take our arms and we're going to wrap them around, and our tops of our feet are going to come down, and we create that ear pressure. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Good. Now release your hands. Put your hands on the floor away from the shoulders. Use the hands like brakes and slowly come down till the hips touch the floor. Good. Once the hips are on the floor, lift the torso up, unfold the mat, move the blanket off to the side. If you're in legs up the wall and you want to experience Matsyasana fish with us, bring your knees into your chest, come lay down on your back, turn your palms to face upward. If you're in goddess, you want to do fish. Lift your knees up, extend your legs. Press into your elbows, puff up your chest, come onto the top of the head. Matsyasana, fish seat. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale. Exhale, 6. Inhale. Exhale, 7. Inhale. Exhale, 8. Inhale. Exhale, 9. Inhale. Exhale, 10. Inhale, press into the elbows, bring the chin into the chest and come down. Bend the knees into the chest. Give the knees a little hug. Roll over to the left side and come into a child's seat. Rest the forehead on the ground. Your arms can reach forward. And breathe. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Salamba Shirshasana. Headstand. Turn the palms to face upward. Get the elbows a little closer together. Interlace the hands together into a single fist. Place the top of the head on the floor behind the wrist crease. Now you can use the wall, I don't mind. Lift your knees up and walk the feet forward so the hips are over the shoulders. That's step 1. You can stay there. You don't have to go any further. This is a dolphin, but it is an inversion. The heart is above the head. If you would like to go further, bring your knees into the chest. Step 2, half headstand. Step 3, extend the legs straight up toward the sky, balancing on the forearms and the top of the head. So just have him do dolphin. Okay. Good, John. So don't let him use that. Don't let him use that blanket like that. Don't let him. I don't think he's. So Dan, come here. Lift up. Look up, Dan. Dan, sweetie. You gotta do this. It's a fist. It's not this. It's not. You gotta make one hand. Then the head goes behind the wrist crease. Now bring your elbows in because that means that you have less room for your neck. Now let's do this calmly. Lift your knees up. Now walk your feet forward and try to straighten your legs first. Don't kick up. Don't think about coming up, sweetie. Don't think about coming up. Straighten your legs. No, keep your feet on the ground straight like a dog. Yeah. Now try to take the pressure out of your neck by pushing into your forearms. That means your head's going to lift up a little bit. This is enough right now because right now we're just trying to get the alignment. You have a lot of roundness in the upper back, which means you're putting a lot of pressure in the back of the neck to get there. So you don't want to really do that. Slowly start to come down and rest in a child seat again. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Good. Inhale. Lift the torso up. And let's make our way into Shavasana, corpse seat. So lay down on the back. Allow the breath now just to breathe the body. You don't have to breathe in any special way anymore. Relax at the pelvic floor, letting go of Mula Bandha. Let the body become heavy and close the eyes and just surrender. And this is that moment of deep relaxation. Shava is another name for Shiva. It's Shiva as the corpse. In fact, Shiva, he's on my t-shirt today with Kali stepping on his corpse. And this is that moment, metaphorically, where we let go of the pain and the suffering of the body. We come in contact with the transcendental. We come in contact with the spiritual. And we act this out every time we come to a yoga class. It's so important that we act it out because it reminds us over and over and over again, I have a body, I have a mind. I'm not the body, I'm not the mind. I'm the spark of divinity within the body. And I'm a spiritual being who's having a physical experience. To learn from it, to grow from it. Shavasana.
Jai Shiva Kaya, Jai Jai Shiva Kaya, Vishnu Sadashiva, Vishnu Sadashiva, Narayana
Crickets. Gently start to deepen the breath. And by means of the breath, make small movements with the fingers and the toes. Stretch the arms overhead. And stretch the arms and legs in opposite directions like you're waking up. Bend the knees into the chest. Give the knees a hug. And gently roll over to the right side. And just stay there for a second in a fetal position. No need to rush up. And then pressing the left palm into the earth, lift the torso up. And come up to a seated position. You can sit on blocks or blankets for a very brief meditation practice. So, 4 easy steps to meditation. 1, pick a seat, be still, commit. 2, close the eyes and allow the breath to deepen. You don't have to re-employ Ujjayi pranayama, but this is like what's called yogi's breath. It's just deep, full, enjoyable inhales and exhales. Begin to draw the senses inward, letting my voice be the last thing that leaves you. And focus the mind, but you need something to focus on. As you inhale, silently chant to yourself, Namah. And as you exhale, silently chant to yourself, Shivaya. Inhaling, Namah. Exhale, Shivaya. And allow Namah to match the duration of the inhale. And allow Shivaya to match the duration of the exhale. When the mind begins to wander and chatter and talk, focus on the breath, focus on the mantra, calm the mind. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Bringing the hands together in undulating mudra, bowing the head slightly to meet the hands, giving thanks and praise for the teachings and the teachers of yoga from the past, the present, and still teachers and teachings that are yet to be revealed unto us. Om Bolo Sadguru Bhagavan Ki Jai. Namaste. Thank you all so much for being here. Echo, thank you for teaching with me. Just so everybody knows, tonight at it's actually this afternoon, 4:00. We're doing a project with a static dance, New York City. You come in, there's a little like movement. I wouldn't even call it yoga. It's like kind of raise your arms, like this kind of thing. And the yoga teacher kind of gets everybody limbered up a little bit. Then the DJ comes on. There's a dance party. It's like, and like it's a nice dance party because it's like nobody's like at a club drinking. It's like a yoga dance party. Then around, I think it's around 6:00, I do like a 30-minute sound bath. So if you're not doing anything, hey, and your kids can come too. This is a kid event, a family event. I think families are great for this. Then next week, my dear friend Michael Hewitt is going to be here. I wouldn't miss this. He's going to be doing Light Through the Veins. Michael is a Dharma Mitra practitioner and teacher, but he's lived in Europe for many, many years. He's also he's more of a Buddhist practitioner, and he studied Chinese medicine. So he's going to be talking a lot about the nadis and the vayus and the energy channels of the body that light is supposed to move through, and the kind of practices to trigger that. There'll be asana, there'll be pranayama. I'm sure there'll be mudras and all kinds of things. It's a 2-hour workshop. So it's emotional. He says physical, emotional, and mental practices. So Michael is an excellent teacher. Check him out. That event is $45. Also, we're going to be doing a teacher training at Omega Institute in 2024 of August. That's going to be our next teacher training. So if you're interested in teacher training, look for information about that. Kind of make plans for that, because it's going to be a month residential. It's like going to Yogaville and being in Yogaville for a whole month doing nothing but yoga. All right. Be loved, be vegan. I will see you next time. Om Namah Shivaya.